Hello everybody, it's scorching hot today. It's 32 degrees Celsius, that's 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and I chose this of all days to go into the shed and to write a piece of music using the BBC Symphony Orchestra Core Edition. It's something a load of you have been asking for. So I will respond. I will nobly turn off the air conditioning so you don't have to put up with that whirring sound in the background all the time. So yeah, BBC Symphony Orchestra Core Edition is what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be writing a piece of music from scratch. I have literally no idea what it's going to be. So there'll be a lot about how to write music. There'll be a lot about sampled orchestration. If all this is your kind of thing, then why don't you hang around? Meanwhile, why, when it's 90 degrees outside, do I decide that pouring boiling water inside myself in the form of tea is a good idea? But I can't write music without tea. Let's get stuck in. Right. Cast aside the sunglasses of doubt, pulling on the baseball cap of good value, because... No, that's ridiculous. It is really good value though, actually, because look, this is what you get. The BBC Symphony Orchestra library, it's a big Spitfire project. So you've got, on this edition, the Core Edition, which is £400, £399. You get 44 instruments. You get one proper mic position. In other words, you're not getting all the hundreds of different mic positions, and you're not getting some of the more esoteric instruments, but you are getting more than enough to do really good professional work. So this is their mid-priced sort of offering. So the professional has got all the bells and whistles and costs twice as much. Discover, which is tiny but really powerful, see other video for details, is £49. This is the one which, if you're a serious hobbyist or you are an aspiring professional, this is probably the place you need to be. And it's what we recommend to our master's students when they're looking for something. So what do you get? You get this lot. You get the BBC Symphony Orchestra in all their glory. But look at the room. This is very interesting. Look at the room. This is what makes the BBC Symphony Orchestra sound different to the other Spitfire libraries. It's basically a soundstage. It's a rehearsal studio, but it's basically a soundstage. It sounds completely different to air. It sounds, the reverb is shorter, so you don't get quite such a sort of wet sound, which not everybody likes for every application. Enough of that. Let us get stuck in. I've created a little mini template here, which you can download. There's a link down below this, and it's very simple. So here we go. Let's just open up the string part. Let's go to cello long. The library comes with its own player. There it is. This is the BBC Symphony Orchestra player. Now, with the BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin, you load one instrument per instance of the plugin. Okay, so you can't have violins, violas, and cellos all in one thing like you could with Contact or Play. You get one, but you do get all the articulations. Because look, here you go. There's legato and longs and concertino and pizzicato and col legno and on and on, trills and short harmonic. So they certainly haven't stinted on the articulations. There isn't in this library specifically an ensemble patch, which is sometimes quite useful to write with, but there is one in Spitfire Strings Originals. They're all ensemble patches, so you could blend that in if you wanted. And there's some lab ones as well. Actually, some of the labs ones have got the ensemble patches in, haven't they? So if that's how you wanted to write. But I tend to work, if I haven't got an ensemble patch, I will use string cello. The only idea I have for this is it's going to be something slow and sad. Why would I choose to write something slow and sad on a nice summer's day with the sun outside and everything's lovely? I don't know. Why would I choose to have a cup of coffee when it's a cup of tea when it's 90 degrees? Go figure. Right. I don't want to leave you hanging around. Right. Slight moment of nervousness because I really haven't figured this out. Okay, I'm just going to Ryan. I'm just going to do it. Oh. I should have figured out the fingering before I did that, but then I wasn't figuring out what I was going to do. So let's do it again. Up to the 7th. Suspended 2nd. F minor 2nd inversion. It all went wrong then, didn't it? But I'm going to keep the first bit because we're not going to mess about today. We're going to go for it. We're going to try and put this together as efficiently as possible. So do we want some basses in the bottom there? Let's see what happens when I do that. No, not straight away. We can bring in some woodwind maybe with this, and then on the second time round, now. Then we go into something else. This sort of is some of the stuff, kind of thing which we cover in both music theory and another course, how to write music. So we've got 2 courses, both of which will support you in these kind of endeavours. This is what they're like. How to Write Music is my online course that takes you through every step of the process. How to get going, chord progressions, tune writing, developing and arranging your music, 6 hours of exclusive video tutorials, a course text packed with tips and a supportive online community. Get more out of your music and sign up today. Okay, so let's just take that note out. Bye. Goodbye note. Now, what else are we going to put in? Let's go to the harp. Okay, something good's happening here. That little, I was trying to do something which wasn't just a straightforward, and what I've ended up doing is something in 3/4. So I've got the harp part is going 1, 2, 3, 1. So it's and the main string part is in 4/4, so they sort of phase. So it's a sort of minimalist technique. That works. Okay, now we're going to bring in some. Let's look at some legato. Right, what do we got? What do we have control over here? Now, this enormous great button here, that does reverb, but does it also do vibrato? It does. What happens if we try? Okay, so what you get. Can't pick the bones out of that, that's nice. What I now want to try, and this is a bit more challenging, is senza vibrato. Yeah, I like that. Nice. Oh, I couldn't see what was going on because the instrument was in the way. Oh, come on, Guy. Come on. Get your act together. When you're trying to play things in and making stuff up on the fly, look at the other track, because that is my sheet music. That is my score. So that tells me where things are happening. So we just edge that in this time. Oh, except don't do that. Don't put it in record for the cello, because it will be a horrible, because you'll just wipe what you're trying to copy. Here we go. So we're going to start. Okay, I like that. Now we're going to bring some... now I've got to work out the... So, what harmonically is going on here? Oh, just go for it, Guy. This is the worst idea ever. Hang on. No. As soon as I went to that E flat, I'm turning an open fifth into a minor chord, and what I'm trying to do is to keep this slightly ambiguous. So although it is sad, as soon as you go to a major or a minor third, you are committing to a mode, and actually that's why we're using a lot of suspensions and things like that. Nice little inner moving voice there. I like that. Right. Okay. Let's not bang on about that any longer. Let's... Is that going to be too much? Or... Okay. Ooh, I quite like that. Very soft is good. Just playing really at the moment. It's going to come in here really quietly. Okay, and we're going to add a couple of other things to that. What have we got? Bass drum. That works. If you hit, okay, if you select a thing in Cubase and hit P, it sets the in and out markers to the length of that thing. It's really useful. That'll do. Right, now, then we can bring in some soft brass. I believe soft brass in particular. Now, I'm not going to use... I'm going to bring trombones. Trombones sound really nice when you do those low... Then you bring in... But I'm not going to use the ensemble trombones. I'm going to use the solo trombones. Because if you think about how it actually is played in real true life, it's going to be one player on each note. Not three players on each note. So particularly with brass, I often don't use the full ensemble. Okay, just because it comes in there does not necessarily mean it has to stay in. It works very well just to go like this. Too much. It's really got to be subtle. So I'm bringing it right down on the mod wheel. Little small swell. Okay, that works. Maybe reinforced with a little. So what I was playing there, I was playing open fifths with G, C, G. Now I'm going to put a tuba, very low, soft tuba underneath all that. Okay. Now that inner voice is working very nicely. Maybe I'm going to cut and paste it. I can hear that being doubled by a solo clarinet. I don't know if this is going to work just by posting it in. They're not dissimilar range, sort of, or their best range is not dissimilar. That works. Okay, so far so good. Now, we want something else coming on. What my second violin's going to do? Save your work, guys. Save your work. Save your work. Okay. Shorts, first seconds. I'm just trying to think if I can get yet another cross rhythm in. This is a bad idea already. No. You don't need to sit through me doing that to only to work out just how bad an idea that is. But it's not a great one. That was not my best idea ever, was it? Oh, just while you're here, subscribe, please subscribe. Look at the little buttons down there. Then you find out when we do stuff like this, and yeah, you might like it. Who knows? Right, what have we got a choice of here? With we could go. What happens if I go? No, it's not. There's nothing pizzicato about this piece. Let's go for some tremolo. Look, I can only be wrong. And boy, am I wrong. So what we've done is we've got a simple idea, a simple chord progression, which goes over these first few bars. Then when it repeats, we're just bringing in one or two extra bits and pieces. That is going to work, but it's not going to work with a dodgy note in the middle. Do you know, that's what Mozart used to say. That's going to work, but it is not going to work with a dodgy note in the middle. I wonder if he did. Who knows? Okay. Mozart does, but he's dead. So we'll never know. Okay, I'm quite liking this. I'm quite liking this, and there is something dodgy happening at the end of the cello, which we need to. Okay, how about a bit more brass? What I know what. Okay, look, I can make this a nice piece, or I can show you how some of the sound as well. Is there room for a little answering phrase? Okay. Yeah. It's nice. It's very nice, actually. But then I play. What you're really getting here, you're getting, you know, a lot more than 50% of the professional version, to be honest, and which is no bad thing. Okay, who's going to argue with that? Fifty-fifty. It's a bit shouty. It's just a bit shouty. Maybe it just needs to be quieter. It'll come in later. Okay. No. Okay, add a bit of an oboe. Pretty lovely. Okay, how long have we been going? 23 minutes. This is not sounding too bad, is it? Have I got anything left in the tank? Let me think. Okay, this is something you're going to want to hear, isn't it? You want to hear some spiccatos. Okay, take the reverb down. Okay. It doesn't quite fit the piece, but I know you want to know, so... Not good, not good, not good. Not least because I can't hear the click. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still, not as, but still not up to scratch. That is phenomenally out of time, as is some of this stuff at the top. That, ladies and gentlemen of the BBC Symphony Orchestra, double bass section, you know I'm talking about you. You had a good day when you played that note. This piece has suddenly gone all 3/4 in a big way. Big way. First of all, it was a subtle little thing, and then suddenly, you're not 4/4 anymore, you are a 3/4 piece, and you will do my bidding. What can I say? I will, master. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I was trying to do. 1. I'm trying to wrestle 4/4 control out of the hands of this maniacal 3/4 idiot who's taken over. Who do you think you are? With you were your waltzes and graces. Okay, let's go back to MISC. What else have we got in here? Does anybody use xylophone? I don't know. This could be a terrible idea. Okay, I declare this piece done. Look, I could go. The point is. Okay, look. This is a very good library. It's coherent, it's cohesive, it works well, it's not draining the batteries of my computer. No, my computer is a bit on the monstrous side, but what's it using? 30 gigabytes of memory for the whole lot loaded up. And I haven't stinted, I just loaded the lot. So if you were running on a 16 gigabyte, and it's just nothing in terms of CPU. So you could run this on a MacBook Pro easily. You might have to turn off one or two things, but look, let's just listen to this through, shall we? I have no idea what it is. What do you call things like this? I don't know. Okay, that's the title. Ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere of I Don't Know. Oh no, I hope I did! What an idiot. Do you know what I did? I was trying to edit it at the same time as it was playing back, which is always a terrible, terrible idea, and I crashed it. So look, ended a little bit sooner than expected, but I thought it sounded nice. I liked that. I think that's great. I'm now going to try and recover it so I can mix out a little stereo version, and then we'll call it a day. So look, thanks very much indeed for your company. I hope you like it. I really enjoy this library. I think it's fantastic. And if you were starting out, or even if you're just doing this for fun, but you want your stuff to sound, really like the, BBC Symphony Orchestra, 400 quid and you're in business. It's not a small amount of money, but people are spending this on fish finders and surfboards and all kinds of things every day, bicycles. So, if this is what you're doing for fun, it's a perfectly reasonable investment. Thank you very much. See you very soon.